Amazing grace, how sweet.
The Gospel narrates that Jesus walked at night on the waters of the Lake of Galilee towards his disciples who were crossing the lake in a boat. Why did Jesus do this? Why did he want to walk on the water? At the time, the seas were thought to be the place of monsters and evil powers that man was not able to master, particularly when storms made them turbulent. The oceans were symbols of chaos and recalled the darkness of the underworld. Now, the disciples found themselves in the middle of the lake when it was dark. They were afraid of sinking, of being sucked into temptation. And Jesus came walking on the water, that is, over the powers of evil. He walked on top of the powers of evil and said to his disciples, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid. I put your enemies under your feet." Sinful lifestyles, the devil, the flesh. These are the enemies, our enemies. And Jesus tramples on these enemies for us. And so, what should we do when we see only darkness and we feel we are going under? We need to do two things, like the disciples. Invoke, call on Jesus, "Lord, save me." And welcome Jesus. As soon as he got into the boat, the wind ceased. In our moment of darkness, he comes to meet us, asking to welcome him. How do I react when I'm afraid, in difficulties? Do I go ahead alone with my own strength? Or do I call on the Lord with trust? And what is my faith like? Do I believe that Christ is stronger than the waves and winds? But above all, am I sailing with him? Do I welcome him? Do I make room for him in the boat of my life? Never alone, always with Jesus. Do I hand the helm over to Jesus? In the dark crossings, may Mary, the mother of Jesus, star of the sea, be for us the lighthouse beacon that will lead us to the safe harbor of Jesus.
That saved a